Hi everyone, I am Teacher Michelle and welcome to another episode of Unang Math. In this episode, I will be discussing the probability that event A doesn't occur. In our previous episode, we already studied how to find the probability when event A occurred. Okay, how about when event A doesn't occur? How are we going to find the probability? Okay, if the probability of event A is P, then the probability that event A doesn't occur is, okay, I'm going to explain this concept using this example. Among 10 products that include 3 defective ones, one product is selected at random. Since the probability of selecting a defective product is 3 over 10, what is the probability of selecting a non-defective product? So according to this example, the total product is 10. So we have 10 products. And among those 10 products, 3 are defective ones. So the probability of selecting a defective product is 3 over 10. Okay, we already know that probability ranges from 0 to 1. 1 here means 100%. So in this example, 10 is like 1. Okay, so how are we going to find the probability of selecting a non-defective product? Okay, for probability of selecting a defective product, it's 3 over 10. So it means 3 over 10 plus the probability of selecting a non-defective product, then this is equal to 1. So this is 3 over 10 plus 7 over 10 to make it equal to 1. Okay, or 1 subtract this probability, 3 over 10, so this is equal to 7 over 10. So 1 minus this probability, P. So 1 minus P to get the probability of selecting a non-defective product. So to find the probability that event A doesn't occur, we will be using this formula, 1 minus P. Okay, what other situations are we going to use this formula 1 minus P? Okay, let's take a look at this another problem or question or situation. When a single die is rolled twice, what is the probability that the two different numbers appear? So we know that probability is favorable outcome over the total possible outcome. So in this problem or question, single die and it's rolled twice. So that means the total possible outcome is 6 times 6 because it's rolled twice. So total possible outcome is 36. Okay, what about the favorable outcome? What is the probability that the two different numbers appear? So from 1 to 6, two different numbers appear. It can be 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 4, and so on. So there are a lot of outcomes, and it will be difficult for us to identify all. So what we will do this time is we will find the probability that the two same numbers appear. It will be easier if we will find the probability that the two same numbers appear because we only have here 1, 1. What else? 2, 2, 3, 3. We have 4, 4, 5, 5, and 6, 6. So we only have 6 outcomes. So it will be easier to identify or to write or list this probability when the two same numbers appear. So it means it's 6 over 36. And if we will simplify, then this is now equal to 1 over 6. This probability refers to the probability that the two same numbers appear. So to find the probability that the two different numbers appear, 1 minus this probability, this is our P, 1 over 6. So this is now equal to 5 over 6. So 5 over 6, this is the probability that the two different numbers appear. Okay, moving on to our second example. Okay, according to this one, from a group of 4 boys and 3 girls, 2 representatives are to be chosen. What is the probability that at least one girl is selected? Okay, so probability is favorable outcome over the total possible outcome. Okay, to find the total possible outcome, since we have here 4 boys and 3 girls, so that would be equal to 7. And we are selecting 2 representatives. So 7 times 6, and that would be equal to 42. So we have 42 total possible outcomes. But wait, we cannot yet consider this as our final total possible outcome because in these outcomes, there are repeated outcomes. So we have to divide this one by 2. So this is now equal to 21. So we have 21 total possible outcomes. Okay, what about our favorable outcomes? How are we going to find? So in here, it's asking for the probability that at least one girl is selected. If it's at least one girl is selected, then it means it can be boy, girl, girl, boy, or girl, girl. And that would be a lot of outcomes. So what we can do here is instead of finding the probability that at least one girl is selected, we are going to find the probability that two boys are selected. So it will be easier. So if 2 boys are selected, we only have 4 boys here. And 2 representatives are to be chosen. So 4 times 3, then this is equal to 12. But wait, from these 12 outcomes, there are repeated outcomes. So we have to divide by 2. So this is equal to 6. So favorable outcome is 6. So we have here 6 over 21. And we can simplify this fraction. Divide by 3, so this is now 2 over 7. This 2 over 7, this is now our probability that at least 2 boys is selected. So to find at least one girl is selected, we will be subtracting this probability from 1. So 1 minus P or 1 minus 2 over 7. Then it means the probability that at least one girl is selected is 5 over 7. Okay, this time, let's answer the simple questions. And the first one is, there are 25 cards numbered from 1 to 25. When one card is drawn at random, what is the probability that the number on the card is not a multiple of 6? Okay, so probability is favorable outcome over the total possible outcome. So according to this one, there are 25 cards numbered from 1 to 25. So it means the total possible outcome is 25. Okay, what about favorable outcome? It's asking for the probability that the number on the card is not a multiple of 6. If it's not a multiple of 6, from 1 to 25, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and so on. So there's a lot. So instead of finding the probability that the number on the card is not a multiple of 6, we will find the card which is a multiple of 6, and it will be easier and fewer. So if it's multiple of 6 from 1 to 25, then we have 6, 12, 18, 24. So we have here 4 multiples. So favorable outcome is 4. So we have here 4 over 25. And this probability is probability that the number on the card is multiple of 6. Okay, so to find the probability that the number on the card is not a multiple of 6, we will be subtracting this one from 1. So 1 minus 4 over 25, then this is now equal to 21 over 25. So this is now the probability that the number on the card is not a multiple of 6. Okay, and for our last question, let's also answer this one. According to this, the bag contains 2 white marbles and 8 black marbles. After adding some number of white marbles to the bag, 1 marble will be drawn. How many white marbles must be added so that the probability of drawing a black marble becomes 2 over 3? Okay, so we have here a bag contains 2 white and 8 black marbles. So if this is our bag, okay, we have here 2 white marbles and 8 black marbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So these are black marbles. After adding some marble of white marbles to the bag, 1 marble will be drawn. Some number of white marbles. We actually don't know exactly how many white marbles are added. So we are going, so here white marble plus these 2 white marbles plus some white marbles. But we actually don't know exactly this sum or this number that refers to sum. So we will be representing this one as X. Okay, now, how many white marbles must be added so that the probability of drawing a black marble becomes 2 over 3? So when we added some white marbles in this bag, so this now becomes, so this is our bag, so 1, 2, plus this some white marbles and this 8 black marbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so probability is favorable outcome over the total possible outcome. So it's asking for how many white marbles. We are looking for this value of X, and this refers to the white marbles being added in this bag, so that the probability of drawing a black marble becomes 2 over 3. So for total possible outcome, so it means this is now equal to, okay, so P is equal to, for the total possible outcome, we have here 2 white marble, okay, plus 8 black marbles, plus this sum, which is represented as X. So 2 plus 8 plus X, and this will be equal to 10 plus X. Okay, what about favorable outcomes? Since we are looking for the probability of drawing a black marble, so black marbles, we have here 8 black marbles. So we have here 8 over 10 plus X. And this is now equal to this probability 2 over 3. So this one and this are equal as represented by this equal sign. So, to make this 8, to make this one 8, so this is now multiplied by 4. And we have to multiply this one also by 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So 10 plus x must be equal to 12. So it means x is equal to 2. And this x is the number of white marbles being added to this bag so that the probability of drawing a black marble becomes 2 over 3. So this is plus 2. And if we are going to check, so white marbles now here is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. So we have here 12 and we have 8 marbles. 8 over 12, or if we will simplify, this is now equal to 2 over 3. So our answer is correct. So we have to add 2 more white marbles.